Deadlines, long hours, and back-to-back meetings. Sounds familiar? What you might not realize is that all that stress at work isn't just tiring you out, it is also messing with your skin and hair. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Angeline Yong, board-certified dermatologist, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about the effects of chronic stress from work on your skin and hair. From unexpected breakouts to hair thinning, your body is often the first to sound the alarm. So let's dive into what's really happening and what you can do about it. Now, stress isn't just a mental experience, it is a physiological one. When you're under severe stress, your body releases a fight or flight hormone known as cortisol, and cortisol can wreak havoc on your skin and hair. And here are the different skin conditions that may manifest with increased cortisol. Firstly, increased acne or stress breakouts. If you notice increased inflammation or oil production along your T-zone areas like your forehead, your nose, or even your jawline and chin, this may signal an increase in cortisol production. Eczema, psoriasis, and hives. Stress can weaken your skin's barrier and alter your own immunological response. If you have eczema or psoriasis that's pre-existing, it can lead to increased flare-ups or even develop in people who have not had this condition before. You may also experience stress-induced hives or itching without any underlying trigger. Lastly, hair loss. This is an increasingly common problem, especially in individuals that suffer from chronic stress, and is known as telogen effluvium. This happens when more follicles shift from the anagen or the growth cycle into telogen or the shed cycle, presenting as an increased shedding rate. This can cause diffuse thinning, especially on the crown and the temples, and can present in young individuals all the way to older adults as well. So why is this happening? Let's break down the science behind it. Under prolonged stress, the body shifts into survival mode, so there's increased blood diversion away from your scalp and your skin to support other vital functions such as your heart and your muscles. So what does this mean? There can be slower skin regeneration, increased scalp inflammation, and also the diversion of macronutrition away from your hair follicles. Plus, stress may give rise to poor lifestyle habits such as irregular sleeping hours, skipping meals, and also increased sugar intake. This can make things worse. And the good news? Stress-related skin and hair conditions are usually reversible, but it takes early intervention. Tip 1. Strengthen your skin barrier, and let's keep to the basics. Use a gentle cleanser to not overstrip your skin of its moisture levels. Repair the skin by using good humectants as well as products containing ceramide and niacinamide. Choose a broad-spectrum sunscreen to protect your skin from UV damage. Remember that stressed skin is already more vulnerable, so avoid over-exfoliation. Tip 2. Nourish your scalp and use shampoos that are nourishing or have anti-inflammatory properties such as zinc pyrithione. Scalp massages can also be very useful at increasing the circulation and blood flow to your hair follicles. Tip 3. Prioritize sleep and nutrition. Your skin and hair repair themselves as you sleep, so aim for at least 7 hours of sleep. Eat foods rich in protein, iron, and vitamin D, as this all contributes to good hair growth. Tip 4. See a dermatologist early. If you're experiencing excessive hair shedding or persistent skin flare-ups, don't forget to seek help from a board-certified dermatologist. A board-certified dermatologist can better decide or ascertain if it's entirely related to stress or if there's something deeper underlying such as hormonal imbalance. In fast-paced cities like Singapore, it is easy to just brush off symptoms and push through. But if your skin starts to break out or your hair starts falling, it is your body asking for help. And the earlier you respond, the easier it is to reverse the damage and stop it in its tracks. If you are dealing with these issues, don't be disheartened. There is help, and it first starts with understanding what your body is trying to tell you. So if you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more up-to-date dermatological content.